Hi scholars. In this video, we're going to be talking about self-disclosure. Self-disclosure is voluntarily revealing information about yourself to someone that would not likely get the information otherwise. Now, as usual, when we define a concept in academia, we oftentimes look at the implications to further define the concept. So, simple implications here. First of all, self-disclosure is only referred to information you voluntarily reveal. So this does not include information that somebody gets by going through your cell phone without your permission. Also, if you are in a cafeteria or a crowded room and a conversation that you are not part of is occurring nearby and one person is revealing information about themselves to somebody else, they are not self-disclosing to you. So this is only to the person that you are voluntarily revealing the information. It's also important to understand that self-disclosure is only concerned with information they would not likely get otherwise. So in other words, sometimes if somebody does something wrong and they get caught by a third party and they know that the third party is going to tell their partner, so they hurry up and tell their partner first, that's not really self-disclosure because your partner was going to get that information whether you revealed it or not. So self-disclosure is really kind of talking specifically about information that you voluntarily reveal to someone that wouldn't get it otherwise. There are a lot of benefits to self-disclosure in a relationship. First of all, this increases the understanding of your partner's needs and expectations. As you self-disclose to another person, they are more likely to self-disclose to you. So by doing this, you encourage them to reveal to you information that will help you understand what are their expectations and what do they need from you. This way you can determine, can you provide that? The second is it increases the confidence that the partner can meet your needs. As you reveal more about yourself, you can gain an idea, is this partner somebody that can meet those expectations that you have? And finally, together, it increases the mutual expectations and therefore strengthens the relationship. So being able to effectively communicate about yourself and allow the other person to effectively communicate about themselves is critical to building and strengthening these mutual expectations. Now, there are two different models to self-disclosure, and we're going to talk about each of them. Each of the models we talk about provide us with an ability to understand that in the first one, that self-disclosure can be safe, and in the second one, that it has a surprise benefit. So first of all, the social penetration model. The social penetration model is going to show that self-disclosure, when done correctly, can be very safe. Now, this is the best graphic that I could find for it. Oftentimes, the social penetration model uses the idea of an onion. And an onion, of course, has various layers. And the social penetration model is basically built upon the idea that your psyche, all the information there is about you, comes in various layers. You have the surface layer, which you would reveal to almost anyone. And then as you get closer and closer and closer to your depth, it's your bigger and bigger secrets. So here's how the model works. When you first meet somebody, unless you have reason to believe that they're not trustworthy or you don't want to have any interaction with them at all, you typically will reveal very superficial information to them. Now, this information they could use to hurt you, but the hurt that they would provide is more of an annoyance. It's very limited in its ability to actually do you harm. And your mind naturally reveals this information to somebody and then watches to see, do they abuse it? So for example, in an academic setting, in some classes, you're put into a group and you're going to do a group project. Oftentimes when we're put into a group with students, even if we just met these students, we will oftentimes give them our telephone number and/or our email address. This is done for convenience because it makes it much easier for us to be able to complete our project. The ability that they have to use this information to hurt you is somewhat limited. I mean, I guess if they have your phone number, they could call you at 2 in the morning. But If they abuse it, you could block their calls. They could blast your emails, constantly emailing you, and that could be annoying. Assuming that they don't do anything with this information you reveal that demonstrates that they wish to hurt you, then at some point, as you guys talk and get to know each other and you've revealed information along the exterior, you begin to trust them with information a little bit deeper. And once again, one or two pieces of information you might reveal about your past, you might reveal about where you work and whatever. You reveal some more information, and assuming that they don't violate that trust, that they don't use it to try to hurt you, then perhaps you give them a little bit more, deeper information. The social penetration model is basically that the person penetrates to deeper and deeper information only by first validating that they can be trusted with information that is a little bit less risky. There's a concept called the threat equation. The threat equation is that a threat equals intent plus capability. So for somebody to actually be a threat, they have to have the intent to hurt you and the capability to hurt you. What the social penetration model is demonstrating is that before we give them the capability to hurt us, this deeper information, they first have to validate that they don't have the intent to hurt us. If somebody has the capability to hurt us but no intent, it's not a threat. Because while they could hurt us, they wouldn't want to. If somebody has the intent to hurt us but not the capability, they're not a threat. They may want to hurt us, but they can't. I'm sure throughout our lifetime we probably stepped on anthills before, and the ant residents of that hill may very much want to hurt us. I have no idea what the ant psychology is, but the fact that they completely lack the capability means that they're not a threat. So what this does is before they can get the capability to use our self-disclosure to hurt us, they have to demonstrate to us sufficiently that they have no intent to do it. So the social penetration model is really based upon the idea that we have a natural defense against self-disclosing, hurting us, because they have to show that intent before they get the capability. This does not mean that self-disclosure, that harming you is impossible. This is not an impregnable defense, because it is all based upon our judgment. It's based upon our view. And sometimes we make misjudgments about people. But the social penetration model does demonstrate that we do have a defense and that self-disclosure can be relatively safe. The second model that I wanted to talk to you about is called the Johari window. And the Johari window is something you probably have learned in another class, I'm guessing. This one demonstrates that we actually have a rather remarkable piece of information, or a remarkable benefit through self-disclosure. Okay, so basically the Johari window is that this is a 4-pane window, 4 quadrants. In the first quadrant, we call this the open window. And in the open window, this is information that you know about yourself and the other person already knows about you. So it could be information that is very obvious that they've gained through observation and you already knew. It could be information that you've already revealed about yourself or whatever. So this is information about you that both of you already know. The blind window, this is information about you that the other person does know, but you don't know. Okay, this is information that you don't know about yourself, but the other person does. So this could be information perhaps that they've been able to observe, but you don't believe about yourself, you don't know about yourself. And some of you probably have had friends that they think one thing about themselves, but you've been able to observe something very, very different about them. And in all likelihood, there are things about you that you believe that they've actually observed something quite different. In the third quadrant, this is information that is known to you, but they don't know yet. So this is information you know that has not yet been revealed to them. In this model, it calls it the hidden window. I have seen the Johari window written where this is sometimes called the closed window. So either of those will work. I think the quiz over this video, I think, uses the term closed, but same thing. Okay. The fourth quadrant, this is information that it's called the unknown window that neither of you know. This is the information that neither you know about yourself nor do they know. And this could be information other people know and haven't revealed to either of you, or whatever. So here's the trick about this. The information in the blind window, this is information that that you don't know but others do know. And as you self-disclose to them and you build that trust through self-disclosure, they will begin to reveal this information to you. So in other words, they will begin to share their own observations and information they know to you. The closed window or hidden window. So as you self-disclose, you will begin to reveal information to them as you trust them more and more. So this window feeds in to the first window. So this is a window that neither of you know. But as you two are self-disclosing, now you have the observations that both of you have, the information both of you have, and it enables you to begin to put more of the pieces of the puzzle together. You may have noticed sometimes that you may have trouble solving a problem and somebody else has trouble solving a problem, but the two of you bring your pieces together and talk, and all of a sudden the puzzle becomes more clear. So this window, either your friend figures it out first and feeds it into the blind window, which then is shared with you into here, or you figure it out first, it goes into here, the closed window, and then into the open window. The point here being is as you self-disclose about yourself, the open window becomes bigger and bigger, and you actually learn more about yourself. So self-disclosure, in addition to helping your partner know you better, it actually helps you know yourself better. And this is just a quick note. The Johari window often calls the window that the previous slide called hidden self as the closed window. So please don't be confused about those two. Okay. So thank you very much for your attention. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next video.